talking self-discipline. Allowing your financial savvy parent to manage your money is no different than hiring a money manager. So don't let somebody, oh, your mom still controls your money. Yes, she does, because I have not developed the discipline on my own. So now what Doy is asking, do I go and establish my own accounts, or do I just go through your accounts? And so my response would be for cleanliness, because ultimately once the freeze has been taken off of my finances, I'm going to start utilizing my bank accounts. And so now what we need to do is get you to where you go into start establishing your own accounts. And now, as you put these monies in these accounts, because this is about discipline, if you want to become more disciplined, it's not about, oh, I just can't help it, I have to keep taking my money and transferring it around and mismanaging my money. Stop being a tool of the devil. Discipline. This is obedience. This is God. So discipline yourself and don't mess with your money, period. Now it becomes a win. Now it becomes a pride point, and you're like, yo, every time I log in, every time I choose, all these accounts need to be separate from your day-to-day accounts. And you need a separate account that all your bills pull from, so that you're not accidentally spending your bill money. You have an account over there, you don't even look at it. As soon as you get paid, you put your gym, you put your Apple Care, you put your braces, and whatever bills you have, just put that money over there. Don't look at it. You know what the bills are paid, okay? And then you have another account that you can keep your play money in. And so that's going to be your primary checking account that you keep your little $30. But so after you get that $1,000, immediately drops to $30. Every paycheck immediately drops to $30, because that's really all the money you got to play with, because everything else has been transferred down to all your other accounts. But the beautiful point is, or the beautiful thing is, when you do actually go look at your savings account, now you got 10,000 there, you got 20,000 there, you got boom there, you got boom there, because you've created discipline. So right now, I have been your discipline. And now you are growing up, you're separating yourself from me. So my advice to you would be for you to go to whatever your chosen bank is. I've utilized Capital One in the past because they allow you to have different bank accounts. I haven't researched any other banking accounts. You do want to go research your high interest yielding bank account to be your long term, but things can sit in your Capital One until you're ready to move your money around. But I like them because, like I said, you can have 20 damn bank accounts with all different names. You're just like boom, boom, boom. It's the envelope system, but it's in a bank, and so develop your discipline. And if you see that you're betraying yourself, because it is a form of betrayal, and if you're willing to betray yourself, then that is also alluding to you're willing to betray others, because the first person you should hold accountable is yourself. So if you cannot even hold your own self accountable, it's for you to be like, okay, Mom, this is an area that I'm struggling in. I need your help. So I'm going to give my money to you, or some of my money to you. I can't, that 500 is too tempting. I need you to hold on to that. I'm going to practice with this $50. You know what I'm saying? This money that you could kind of move around with, practice with that. But that big money, get that up out of there until you develop that discipline. And maybe you play around with the $50. That grows to $100. That grows to $150. That grows to $200. And you're like, yo, I managed to allow that to grow to $200 and I didn't check it, or I didn't touch it. And now you can, okay, let me have my $500 back. Let me start doing that. Start doing that. I still hold on to what you've allowed me to save up to this point, and now you're going to start testing yourself and see if you could do it. And be like, oh, shoot, I broke the habit. And now you're able to do it on your own, but you'll never know if you could do it on your own if you don't allow yourself to do it on your own.
I'm having a lot of flashbacks. I'm like, Mom, can you transfer? Mom, can you transfer from miscellaneous? And you have a little update, 70 miscellaneous, 400. Like, oh.
Yeah, I'll be like, you're dwindling down. Down.
Yeah, it's like, lady.
You need to have your baseline. How much are you going to...
Whatever, lady.
Yeah. I need snacks.
Literally.
It's my money, Mom.
Literally. So
it's go time.
Right, so I'm gonna write this down and start making the moves towards. Cause I'll probably still use Capital One, just establish my own account, and then just text come.
You can even call them. We can call them and see if you can convert your current bank account into a standard bank account.
Yeah, they have that like now that you're 18, but I've been ignoring it because it's like
Yeah.
what's the difference?
Yeah, so you can maybe convert because now you got to reestablish everybody
Right.
that's exactly. But we want to do this anyway because since things are already pulling from that particular account, that could be your primary account. So that's going to be your bill account. So everything except for your bills are going to sit in that account.
So if I'm being honest, I basically just hold my money in Capital One, and I have all my bills on my Cash App card.
Boom.
So when my Cash App card starts like, hey, you gotta pay this person, I'll transfer the money from there to Cash App. So they're not taking my money or
soon as your check deposits, you put your money on your Cash App to cover your bills. You get that money up out of your account because it's not your money, it's theirs. The only money that will sit in your Capital One, now that we understand that your Cash App is your bill account, the only money that sits in your Capital One is going to be your play money. That is money that you can spend indiscretionally.
Because that's what I would rather do. As far as like if I take a Lyft, I'll use Cash App, or if I like.
You don't use Cash App anymore. That's your bill account. Get rid of the card.
Get rid of the card.
You don't need it. That is so you need to establish a bill account. A bill account is only bills come out of that. Period. So if that is not your Cash App, you go and establish a bank account that only your bills come from. That money that is in that account is for bills, period.
So then where is my Lyft money going to be? That would be more if I would have to transfer every time I take a Lyft.
That's going to be your play money. So that's going to be so you need to establish bank accounts. You have 2 current bank accounts, correct? You have your Capital One and your Cash App. All right, so your play money should probably be your Cash App. So that's going to be your Lyft in those types of situations. Your Capital One needs to be your bill account, or you need to create an entirely new account for your bills.
Can I have a break, please?
Go ask your father. You have 2 parents.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh.
I didn't think of that. Just because I mandate it doesn't mean that no. You got 2 parents and you see I'm busy. Anyway, so either you create another account, and that's where you now tell all your billers, this is the new account number. But you don't need an ATM card for your bill account unless you're using an ATM to make deposits into that account, i.e. I have to put cash into my bill account. Otherwise, you don't need a debit card for your bill account because your bills are all being drawn off of the bank account. You don't need to go into that account for nothing.
What do you use US Bank for?
Well, right now I'm limping, so everything is just in my U.S. bank. But historically, so yeah, we could talk about that. Historically, I had a first bank account, which was my bill account. So all bills went from there. So all those envelopes, because my husband is in the cash industry, I would save up the $100 that I need for the phone bill, and then I would go deposit it into the bank account. Now I know beyond a shadow of a doubt the phone bill is paid. And so I would collect all the cash and go deposit into that bill account, but I didn't buy groceries off of that account. I bought groceries off of my U.S. bank account. Because that's where I got spending money. You know what I'm saying? And then if we're saving for Christmas, then I'm saying we're saving $50 a month for Christmas. So as soon as I get that $50, I transfer it up to Capital One. And now that money is stacking every month so that when Christmas or our birthday or something comes around, it's not, oh, I don't have any money, or, oh, I got to come up with $300 this month. No, because I've been saving $50 a month, 50 times 12. By the time I get to Christmas, I have Christmas money. By the time I get to your birthday, I have birthday money. So that was how I used my bank account.